Batwoman Season 2, Episode 2, titled Prior Criminal History. Now, this episode is better than last week's episode because it has a more narrow focus. Has a main narrow plot. We already had introduced our new Batwoman. We all know what she's about and all kind of thing. But I have to say this. I know we're only 2 episodes in, and we don't know how many episodes this season's going to have because you know what, because of vibes. But I have to say this. Right now, I am not a fan of Wyatt. I'm not a fan of this new Batwoman. Because right now, what this character comes across is being very unlikable. And really feeling very entitled, really. Like she even shits on Kate. And yet it's that weird thing where she suspects Kate, but she doesn't suspect Kate, but she kind of contradicts herself in that way. I mean, when she's trying to convince Luke and Mary that she should be the next Batwoman, or at least, till Kate shows up again. Which I think Kate's going to show up probably nearly at the end of the season. Probably just do the passing of the mantle that you are Batwoman now and you should be the new Batwoman. You could be a better Batwoman than I could never be, and that whole thing, that whole thing. Passing the mantle, and maybe you'll have a crossover Batwoman. You know what I mean? Because the Batwoman for crossovers, all that. Anyway, but she's trying to convince Mary and Luke that she is the new Batwoman, right? And the line is, I'm paraphrasing, of course. Maybe this, maybe Kate just didn't know the sweets. And I'm like, what the fuck? Did you just shat on Kate? Did you just shat on your friend who is the OG, who done X, Y, and Z? I'm like, wow, that's a bit disrespectful, but you're going to give her the mantle because the show says so. Okay. Then the second one is early in the episode where she brings up, because she's being accused for something that she didn't do, and it's been happening a number of times. You understand, she's all about the sweets. That's all her character is. She's all about the sweets and nothing else. And she's not there. She isn't therefore, isn't a fan of authority like the police and, Crow and all that kind of stuff. So you're like, okay, fine. But then the line comes early in the episode. She says it to Sophie that, and talking about Alice, which I have to say, how the fuck did she know that Beth was Alice? They're trying to do the whole thing of trying to do a Tim Drake thing. Oh, well, if you really think about this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened, and this happened. It just came out of nowhere. How is that doing the whole, well, we want to know that, Beth is Alice. But anyway, so she says to Sophie that if Alice was black, you would have shot her already. I'm like, maybe it's true. Maybe. But that came across as very, I'm a know-all. Once again, entitled. I'm not that person who's like, keep your political agendas down. Stop putting your political agendas down onto our TV. Keep it out on me. Personally, I'm like, bring it on. Bring it on. That's what art is. Film and television is a form of art that reflects on our reality, and in a way, art is political. So it's all that whole thing. But it came across as so out of left field, and so as a character, just make her very unlikable, really. Now, with the main plot with Alice and her trying to, do a bat swarm that's filled with the poison that she gave Mary's mom and Mouse and all that. I mean, no, that was neat and fine. The action, I keep saying to myself, it was kind of a weird thing where you watch the action of Arrow when it was on its final season, and then you watch Batwoman, And you're thinking, how did that show have that action? How did that show it? Why did Batwoman don't have that hour level action? Because right now, it's just like, oh, really? It's just like, we'll just swing our legs a lot of times and do little, somersaults and spinnings and all that. It's just, it's not that well appealing in that way. And of course, you still have the season 1 characters reflecting the loss of Kate. Now, I enjoyed the episode more than last week's, but I just want this character, our main character, to be liked, or at least let me have a sense of why I should root for this character. Is that she has Alice killed, her a fostered mom. Instead that, well, why should I root for her for that goal? Instead of being it's Alice. I want that. I want her to be more of a character. I want her to be a more, have just be more than I'm from the streets. Because if she says I'm from the streets, I'm just gonna be like, oh, Victor Zsasz, who's gonna show up next episode. Victor Zsasz, you're trying to kill this Batwoman. Right now, I'm like, I don't really care. I mean, I know that sounds horrible, but that's the case. I just want reasons to root for, basically letting me give a shit about this character. I want to give a shit over this new Batwoman. And right now, in only 2 episodes, I can't really be